ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to AEW's Beach Blast 2022 review. So, I am sick. I'm genuinely sick today, guys. That's why there wasn't an episode of CWS. I do apologise about that. I will try and get one up maybe tomorrow or Friday, but I just have to get a bit better before I do. We got the Rumble on Saturday as well, so it's like, yay. So, we'll deal with that. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Cody Rhodes versus Sammy Guevara kicking off Beach Break with a ladder match for the undisputed TNT title. So we just had Sammy Guevara versus Cody Rhodes for the TNT title in a ladder match. Holy shit, this match was insane. Like, this was amazing. Swanton from a giant ass Jeff Hardy ladder onto Cody Rhodes on a ladder. Did not break the ladder, and fucking Sammy just bounces off Cody and just goes boop right on his face. Beautiful suplex from Cody onto Sammy. Ladder upside down. Sammy gets put through that. Beautiful jumping cutter from one ladder to another on when Cody's standing on another ladder. Beautiful crossroads between two ladders as well. But your winner and new and undisputed TNT champion, Sammy motherfucking Guevara. Yes! I'm happy he's won. I don't understand why Cody won the belt for a few weeks. I really don't. Maybe it was because Sammy went on holiday. I don't know. He did go on a holiday last week. We know that. He wasn't in America. He was in Brazil, I believe. I could be wrong on that one. But why take the belt off him for like nearly a month or so? Fuego del Sol did come out as well, which I thought was a bit weird. But I feel like that's gonna make him. I feel like that was supposed to make Cody turn heel, but I've got no idea. So we've got Powerhouse Will Hobbs here. So let's find out. Ricky Scott. Let's find out what they're talking about. So we just had Powerhouse Will Hobbs talking about Dante Martin. They're going to win that back again. And also we had an announcement of Ricky Starks versus Jay Lethal for the FTW title on next week's Rampage in Chicago. Very entertaining. So next up, guys, we had Wardlow versus two jobbers, James Dean and Drake Anderson, I believe their names were. This was basically just a way to get Wardlow his momentum back after losing to Punk last week. It worked. I mean, the Powerbomb Symphony's getting over. I mean, it does help that they were in his hometown as well, which is very good. But next up, guys, we have got the Trios match. Inner Circle versus 2.0 and Daniel Garcia. I always want to say David Garcia. I don't know why. It's Daniel Garcia. So let's not waste any more time and get to that Trios matchup. So we just had the Trios match of Inner Circle versus 2.0 and Daniel Garcia. This was entertaining. Tells the story quite well of kind of Powerful not wanting to tag Jericho in. Jericho getting in quickly and then getting tagged out. It kind of works also with Jericho hitting the Judas effect on one of the guys to get the to help get the win for the Inner Circle. I don't know how this is going to play out. I think this is going to be explained a lot more. I do want to see Pride and Powerful go for the tag titles because I think that could be a really good idea for them. But at the same time, it's also going to be sad to see the Inner Circle go, but it's been quite stale recently for a while, unfortunately. We also have Lance Archer and Mr. Hamman Adam Page talking about what their match in 2 weeks' time, and it's going to be a Texas Death Match. Not a fan of having a gimmick match as the first matchup. Really not a fan of it. Would have liked to see a normal match, then maybe a tag match. You know, I've said this before. It being like a one-on-one match, then the tag match, then the gimmick match. Kind of like the one we've seen with Adam Cole and Orange Cassidy. But it kind of works with the intensity of it. I mean, it is going to be the main event. It is going to be on Dynamite, in 2 weeks' time. So it kind of works to a point. But I like to see the traditional way that this is set up. So far, this has been quite a fun show, I gotta admit. I've enjoyed the matches. The ladder match was bloody good as hell, was awesome as hell. The squash match works as well because it basically just gets Warlord more over. And the Trios match is building this feud up with Inner Circle as well. So it works on a lot of levels. So, next up we're going to be having CM Punk speaking ahead of the AEW returning to Chicago next week. But we're also going to be seeing, MJF come out. So let's find out how that goes, shall we? So we just had the MJF Punk promo. Punk basically just says he basically just wants MJF. I think they should have saved this for the pay-per-view. That's my personal opinion on the matter. They should save this match for the pay-per-view. But they probably need a big match for Chicago to make it, to basically get a sellout. So I can kind of see where they're going with this. No, I'm sorry. They should save this for Revolution. That's my personal opinion on the matter. But what can you do? You don't really, there's no real choice. But this was still a damn good promo between both men. The entire Pinnacle come out, attack Punk, get ready for the matchup coming up. And yeah, they sell the match pretty well. I mean, it was a good promo from both men. I have to admit, I do enjoy the promos. But my personal opinion still stands. I feel like this should still be on the pay-per-view. This should be at Revolution. So we've had the Acclaim talking about Jon Moxley. They are going to face off against, it's Anthony Bowens versus Jon Moxley on Rampage Championship Friday. The AEW Tag Team titles are on the line, as well as Jurassic Express will face off against Private Party for the belts, which is very entertaining. We've also going to be hearing from Britt Baker, DMD, coming up, and we've also got legit Layla Hurst versus Red Velvet, which is next, guys. So let's not waste more time. Get back to the action. So it is also announced, guys, that we have got Jillian Hart taking on Jade Cargill for the TBS Championship. That's an easy win for Jade Cargill, to be honest. I mean, Jillian Hart still got the eye injury, so yeah, that's an easy win for Jade. So Red Velvet versus Layla Hurst. Let's do this. So we've just had Layla Hurst versus Red Velvet. This was actually a very entertaining matchup, I have to admit that one. Well paced, very good. It's actually nice seeing some fresh faces in the women's matches and stuff like that. So it was a really good match. Do not get me wrong. Layla Hurst wins, puts in the armbar again until Chris Statlander comes out to basically fend off Layla Hurst. So we're gonna have that match soon enough. Then we have the number 5 ranked tag team, which is the House of Black. But Malachi Black and Brody King talking about Pac and Death Triangle, and Cody's mention of having Brody King in AEW, which is actually quite interesting to see that, to be fair. But nonetheless, this is a good promo. It builds up a feud with Death Triangle because they're going for the tag titles, obviously. So it's really good. We've got picture-in-picture with Sammy Guevara. Basically, Fuego del Sol's out with him because he took some nasty fucking bumps on the in the TNT title match. Good God. Hopefully he can have a bit more of a title reign this time. Hopefully he can actually defend it at Revolution, because that will be a good match, whoever he faces. So, I believe next up we'll have word from Britt Baker, but pretty much that's it. We've got our main event, which is the Lights Out match for with Orange Cassidy versus Adam Cole. Fuck me. Let's not waste any more time and get to that. So we just had the promo with Baker basically saying about the accomplishments that she won for the Wrestling Observer, being the Women's Wrestler of the Year and all that jazz, and basically just saying that I've beaten everybody in the women's division, and it's like, yeah, we know that, but you're going to lose the belt sometime, but who to? Then we have a rundown of Rampage and Dynamite. Then Nyla Rose comes out and basically says, I want Ruby Soho next week. So we've got Nyla Rose versus Ruby Soho. That's going to be another good matchup. We had that in the TBS tournament. I believe it was the semi-finals. I could be wrong on that one. But that's going to be quite entertaining. But now we have the Lights Out main event. Orange Cassidy versus Adam Cole. Oh, I mean, there's been some okay match. There's been at St. Patrick's Day Slam, Britt Baker versus Thunder Rosa. That was a damn good matchup. And the first one, I can't even remember the first one. It was Moxley Omega, I think at the pay-per-view, Moxley's debut pay-per-view, it was the Lights Out match. I could be completely wrong, and I could be missing another match, but we'll see. But let's watch this matchup and see how it goes. What the fuck is Danhausen doing in AEW? He's okay. He was underneath the ring. The fuck? Okay. I think Danhausen, he's a good wrestler. I believe he's got an interesting character, but what the fuck was Danhausen doing in AEW? I mean, we'll find out, but okay, let's carry on watching this. So we just had the Lights Out match between Orange Cassidy and Adam Cole, and I'm probably gonna not get a lot of people liking this decision, but this should not have been a Lights Out match. When you think of a Lights Out match, you think of Moxley suplexing Omega through the barbed wire. You think of Britt Baker covered in blood, then put through thumbtacks. You think of that, you think of that style. This wasn't. It was a good match. Do not get me wrong. It was entertaining as all hell, but the wrong person won. Orange Cassidy should not have won this match. Adam Cole should have. And to be honest with you, it did not need the interference of the Best Friends and the Clique. Did not need it at all. This match should have just been a singles match. It was an entertaining match. Again, do not get me wrong, but this should not have been a Lights Out match. The ending when both men went from the top of the truss through the staging, I thought was entertaining. The use of weapons was good. I like Danhausen being in AEW. I don't have a fucking idea what that's about. I really don't. If that's going to be Adam Cole's next feud, then what the fuck is going on with Adam Cole? Jesus fucking Christ. If this is a one and done for Danhausen, that's fair enough, but what does this have to do with both Orange Cassidy and Adam Cole? I don't know. This was just. This should have been an unsanctioned match, or a no disqualification match, or fuck it, a no DQ match. Should not have been Lights Out. Did not deserve the Lights Out name, and I don't apologise for that, guys. So what did I think of the show overall? As the last show for January, it was a good show. It was very entertaining. The opening contest fucking delivered. The main event did as well, but it was a bit lackluster, and I'm sorry to say that. But I have an opinion, and I'm going to stick to it, guys. And Orange Cassidy should have lost. So, with that being said, guys, thank you very much for watching. I am going to head off now. Hopefully get some sleep, because I'm still feeling like fucking shit. And I will see you for, hopefully, the CWS either on Thursday or Friday. But I will definitely be seeing you guys for the Royal Rumble on Saturday. So, with that being said, guys, TTFN. Ta-ta for now.